Hey everybody, Ketwalski here, checking in with a quick video update. I did want to go ahead and do a very fast initial reaction, spoiler-free review of the DS9 documentary, What We Left Behind. I saw it last night, and I really enjoyed it. I thought the entire thing was well-produced, well-edited, well-crafted. I thought it covered a wide variety of different topics, ranging from things of reactions to the show when initially announced, to the actors and their experiences on it, to the production woes and all the things they had to deal with the studio front. And they had a lot of great interviews from everyone, from the different actors to the different writers to the different cast and crew and extras and all of these different people that they got together to really talk to them about their experience and really just their time on Deep Space Nine and what they remember about that entirety of the show. It was really well done, I thought. I was surprised about how much I laughed during it. There was so many good jokes. I think the whole theater was laughing all together. There were so many really great moments that were really great comedic bits that they had either written for the documentary or just kind of happened depending on who the actor was or who the producer or the writer was that they were talking to. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very lighthearted and then also still very impactful, and honestly just showed how much these people, whoever was involved with the show, how much they really just loved it, how much they really loved Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and the passion that they had for what they were doing at the time, and even to this day, is clear as day when they're talking with them, and it's very clear. And it got very emotional at certain parts. I was as much as I was laughing, there was also times where it was very emotionally hard hitting, and it was very kind of like, wow, this is serious stuff. I don't want to get too much into the details of what it was really all about, but the things they covered a lot of the initial production, they covered a lot of the fan reaction, they covered a lot of the perception of the show, they covered a lot of the different more impactful episodes. They didn't do as many episodes as I would have liked, but they covered some very good episodes. Some of the key writers from the show Deep Space Nine back in the day got together and essentially wrote up the first episode of season 8, and it that 20 years, after the end of season 7. So that was a really unique thing, and I'll cover more of that in my spoiler review that I'm going to do a little bit later on, but I don't want to go ahead and spoil too much of the cool ideas that they came up with. It was really great. And one of the other things that they really addressed was kind of the delay of the documentary. I know that was kind of a hot topic from the Indiegogo campaign and those people who were paying into it and wondering why the hell this thing was taking so long to kind of get out, and so that we could really see it. They cover that quite a bit, and they really do point most of it at the fact that there was some situations going on with the HD coverage that they got from CBS. And they talked a lot about that in detail, actually post-interview with the creative team that did the documentary. They talked a lot about that. And I'll talk more in depth with that information and kind of my theories about the possibility of getting a Deep Space Nine, remastering in a widescreen format. I think it's more possible now, considering that these people did it and they have a process in place. And I think obviously the fan reaction is going to be very positive. All of the footage looked fantastic. I will say, not everybody got to see it. I understand that. My gut is telling me that they're probably going to try to do another day. I know in certain international markets, they're not going to be there at all. But if you can't do any of those things, there was a quick ad right at the beginning that said there's going to be Blu-ray and DVD sales starting August 6th. That's what the estimated date was. So you will be able to pick up your copy probably through their online store. And I would only imagine films like this kind of do like, they do their limited ticket sales for pre-sales, then they do a limited release of like 1 or 2 days, then they do their limited DVD Blu-ray box set sales, and then they'll do the digital download. So if you don't want physical copy, history dictates that after they finish up and get the money that they want back from their Blu-ray DVD box set sales, that they'll probably then do a digital one that you can probably then download. But I mean, it is what it is. Most people will probably be able to find a pirated copy. I'm sure there's one already swimming around on the internet if you're that impatient and you're not able to wait until that point and you're not able to see it otherwise. But anybody who is a fan of Deep Space Nine absolutely should watch this. It is amazing. It was really well done, and I just thought it was great. There were just so many great things, and it was a fantastic documentary. And it is a documentary to its core, and that's really what it is. Anyone that's a fan of Deep Space Nine really needs to check it out. Anyone that's a fan of Star Trek and maybe kind of like Deep Space Nine, or it's not really their favorite, you could probably wait to see if it might pop up on Netflix or a streaming service later on. That's very, very possible. But I would say that if you have the opportunity to and you're a Trek fan, I would go. My tickets cost me $11 plus tax. It wasn't much. And I got a cool poster for it, which I really, really enjoyed and I absolutely loved. And it was totally unexpected. So I actually snagged a couple of them. I got one for Starfleet Boy that he asked me to pick him up one, and then I got an extra one that I might be trying to do a good giveaway for those of you who weren't able to get a poster or might be interested in winning one. So that more news to come on that. That'll be a different video altogether. So, but I just wanted to give y'all my initial reactions and a quick spoiler-free review. They did great. I really loved it. I had a great time watching it. I actually can't wait to see it again. I really wish I could see it again very quickly. I wish I could have gone back the next today and gone to see it again. But unfortunately, it was that limited night for right now. So we'll see what happens. I think I might be picking up the Blu-ray set once it goes on sale on August 6th. Again, that's August 6th. Just to kind of support the production and possibly, I think that money not only goes back to the team that did this, but possibly show that general interest in remastered Deep Space Nine footage, which I know I would love to actually see, and I think would really give the show the credit it deserves in terms of its importance and value to the Star Trek franchise. So that's how I feel about that. Anyways, guys and gals, for those of you that did see it, let me know what you thought down in the comments. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Why? Why not? I'm very curious to hear what you thought of all of this. So throw that stuff down below. Try to keep the spoilers to a minimum in this conversation and talking about like specifically like the episode that they crafted together as writers. Let's try to keep that to the spoiler review video that I'll be doing later on, so that way people can talk about it separately and not feel like they're missing out or that they got things spoiled for them. So try to keep those things separate, but I look forward to hearing what you guys and gals thought of it. So I will catch all of y'all next time. Live long and prosper, my Trekkies.